Welcome to the Bloomingdale Public Library's program on Apple Photos versus Google Photos. Cloud photo management has become something only the big technology companies can offer due to the ever-growing cost of storing the files and increasing media quality. This class will compare the two most popular options and examine the different costs, search tools, and added benefits of each choice. With Apple iCloud Photos, if you're using a Mac OS and iOS device, the iCloud Photos has a very distinct advantage. It's a native service. Your camera roll is hooked right into iCloud Photos, and if you post a photo to an app like Instagram, all your photos are there. If you want to use a third-party editing tool, you can give it access to your entire library. Any edits you make are automatically synced everywhere. One of iCloud Photos' critical benefits is that you can access your entire library from all your devices without having to download the whole database offline. You'll be able to edit a photo on your iPad and then all the edits appear everywhere else. Apple only includes 5 gigabytes for free, so if you have more than that, you'll need to upload. Apple's pricing for iCloud storage, 1 gigabytes is free. Then it's 99 cents a month for 50 gigabytes, $2.99 a month for 200 gigabytes, $9.99 a month for 2 terabytes. With Google, it's 15 gigabytes that are free, and then the next tier is 100 gigabytes for $1.99 a month. Then it's $2.99 a month for 200 gigabytes, and then for 2 terabytes, it's $9.99 a month. Google Photos is Google's cloud-based photo management solution, and there's a lot to like about it. Still, the critical question is that does it offer enough to be a better solution than Apple's iCloud Photos? It provides a native app with great edition solutions on the iPad and iPhone, but on the desktop you'll be relying on the web interface to access your library. Where Google seems to outshine Apple is with family sharing. Google Photos includes an option to share your entire library with someone else. You can share your entire library photos of only certain people or photos from a specific date forward. This feature is done from Google account to Google account. Both services offer fantastic experiences and have their pros and cons. Apple offers deep integration with the iPhone, iPad, and Mac, while Google offers robust family sharing options. Google's automations are probably a step ahead of Apple's in terms of automatically creating movies and memories. Apple offers better editing options as third-party apps can tie directly into the library. If you're heavily tied to the Apple ecosystem, it's hard to discount all iCloud Photos benefits. Let's start out by opening the Google Photos app. Open up right now, and from here you have some options. This is the first thing that popped up. I will go over to the library at the bottom left corner, and it will show me all of my photos. And I only have maybe about 9 different files here because it's a new phone. You can go by years, which right now we only have 2021, but if we had more photos from different years, you would see 2020 at the bottom here and 2019 that would follow. Same with months and days. And in the case of days, today, as you can see, we did take a few videos and photos today. If you were to go up, you can see that it shows you another day, and that is Sunday, which are photos from Sunday. And then you can go back to all photos. And you can select the photos themselves by just clicking or touching them directly. And you can slide them over. And if you want to look into the photo, you can use 2 fingers and you can kind of just pull away to look at the photo a little closer. And then you can go back to the all photos section there, and you can select items, and if you'd like you can delete them. And if you decide that, wait a minute, I don't want to delete these photos, well, you can go over to albums and then scroll to the bottom, and then you can select the ones that you don't want to delete. But in my case, I made a mistake, quote unquote, I made a mistake, and then just click recover all, and then it'll say recover 7 photos or however many photos you want to recover, and then you can select that. then they will return to your library. Now, clicking on each individual photo, you can use the timeline at the bottom just to kind of scroll through them all. And if you were interested in editing the photo, you would select at the top right corner, edit, and then you can see you get a few options here. Auto, for example, will do that, give it a interesting look. You can go to exposure, and you can make some adjustments with the exposure. Brilliance, it makes it lesser or more brilliant, as they say. You have highlights, and you can go through all these different settings here and just make adjustments to your liking. Also, you have filters available at the bottom here. So this is the adjustments here, and then the second one over with the yellow circle is the filters. And then you see that the first one was the original, then you have vivid, and then you can increase how vivid it is as well. Vivid warm, you can decrease it and increase it. Vivid cool, and so forth. The next option is allowing you to make some adjustments to the image. You can flip it back and forth, and you can rotate it. You can cut the image so that it's in a square, or you can change the aspect ratio. If you don't like that, you can go cancel, and you can discard all the changes. Or if you did want to keep some of those changes, you can just press done, and then it'll save it automatically to that file. You can also give it a favorite, and that could be in your favorite folder. See, we have a few favorites there. Now, all of these features are available to the videos as well. And then you can also adjust the filters just like you would with the photos. And then you can make adjustments to straighten out the video. But for now, I'll just leave it as such. And it does take some loading time or processing time for the video to prepare, and then you can play it back. And then when you're ready, you can share with the share screen. You have different options. You can send it by text to somebody. You can send it through AirDrop messages. You can send an email. Various different apps are available to you. You can add it to a shared album that you share with other people. And you can make a duplicate. You can put it as a part of a slideshow. And it'll make an automatic auto-generated slideshow with music. So there are a lot of different things that you can do. Let's say I want to send it by message, and then you would just kind of type in or add whoever you want to send this to. Let's say, well, you can do that on your own. For the most part, it's pretty intuitive. If you have any questions, just feel free to ask us in the lab so we can help you with the photos. Now, that plus sign that I just touched up there, that'll allow you to create a new album. It'll also allow you to make a new folder and all of these different options. Right now, if I want to create a new album, and I can type in whatever here to give it a name, save it as 2, and then I could select the photos that I want in that album. Moving on, we're going to go over to Google Photos so you can get a look at what that looks like. With Google Photos, you definitely need to sign in, but once you've signed in, you should always have this available to you right away. And as you can see, I already have access to all of my photos here. And one thing I forgot to mention before we go forward, go back to the Apple Photos. If you go to search, you can type in different things. Like you see I typed in blue. There's a little blue there. You can type in water. You see that there's water there. So you can use this search function to find specific things in your photos. So for example, I typed in computer and then we have 3 different photos with computer. And Google Photos, I've been told, works a bit better because they are a search option. So you see that I typed in computer and that came up. And I typed in water. You can see a little bit of water in that photo and it finds it. But yeah, so let's go back to the main photo menu here. So if I were to, let's see, I'm going to open it up one more time. And this is what it looks like when you open it up for the first time. And you can see that older photos are at the bottom as opposed to being at the top like it was in the Apple Photos layout. And it even has highlights set up there. Recent highlights. And Google Photos has an assistant that makes these kind of generated things like slideshows and GIFs and all that over time. And it also saves a lot of the information that the photos have within them, like location information. For example, you can see that this video or photo was taken at the Bloomingdale Public Library. And you can see that this is, if you look into the different information at the bottom here, you can see that it was taken in Indiana at the Indiana Dunes National Park. And it has a lot of information about the photo and how it's been taken, what it was taken with and all that, and what time. All that information is available in these photos. But yeah, search allows you to do some searching here. And then sharing, you can add a partner account so they have access to all of your photos. And you would have to select whoever it is that you'd like to add. You can share links. You can create a link and share it with someone. And then if you go to the library, if you were to delete a photo, this is where you would find it in the trash, and it stays here for up to 60 days before it's permanently deleted. You can also recover it from that area as well. And if you have favorites selected, I only have one favorite, or 2, I should say. There will be a favorite folder there. There's an archive as well. We don't have anything in there yet. And then you can look at related information here. And you can turn on a backup. And it gives you options if you want it to allow you to have a reduced quality photos, or if you want it to be original quality, you have the option to do so. When you select an individual photo, you do have a few options here. You can select it as the star at the top right to make it a favorite. You can click on the 3 dots to look at the information that it provides here. You see it was taken at Indiana Dunes National Park on that Sunday, July 4th. You can send it to somebody. The options that we saw earlier with the iCloud Photos, Apple Photos. These options are available once again. They're slightly different. You can send them by text message and email. So there's the text message option. There's the email option. Delete the draft. And then if we just go press X up there, we'll go back to the photo. And then you see the next button here allows you to edit and enhance the photo. You can select enhance, you can select warm, you can select cool, you can make adjustments, you can crop it, you can rotate it. The adjustments allow you to make contrast adjustments, brightness, white point, and there's even filters just like in the other app. We have a variety of them here, and then you can save. And then they will ask you to get permission, and there it is. So the Google Lens can find objects and then provide you search images of similar options with that button. So if I were to select that button on an image like this, it would show me results for parks, forests. And then this one takes us to images and search results for Indiana Dunes National Park, which is where this was. You really can't go wrong with regards to being able to manage your photo options with either choice. If you have access to Apple products, then iCloud Photos works completely fine and you already have it baked in. And if iCloud Photos doesn't meet your storage needs, then you can also download Google Photos to add to it. In terms of being able to manage your photo collection and make edits, you can't go wrong with either solution. However, there is one more thing to consider, and that is how you feel about online privacy. Because the decision primarily lies with how you feel about your personal data being monetized by Google. If you're happy with that, you'd be okay with using Google Photos because it's a great free service in that case. But if you're concerned about online privacy, then you may be better off sticking with Apple iCloud Photos if you have an iPhone or an iPad or a Mac. If you have any questions, feel free to come to the Bloomingdale Public Library and ask anybody in the lab for assistance. You may also visit our library's website at mybpl.org. Go under Learn and select online courses, and from there you can visit formerly lynda.com, but it's now LinkedIn Learning, where you can watch thousands of high-quality video tutorials taught by respected authorities in their fields. And you can check there for a lot of free material using your library card number. Thank you again for viewing this program, and have a good day.